Welcome back to the Whisky. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing the Bakery Hill Peated Cask Strength.
Alrighty, now this is the third and final episode on the Bakery Hill Distillery until we get our hands on some more. We do have some slight reservations on doing that though, after which you probably heard some of our concerns with this whiskey are the prices to size, which is 500ml bottles only, and this one we did mix up last episode. We said the cask strength of 210. It's actually 200. This is the 210 Australian dollar version.
The peated.
The peated is 210 Australian. $10 difference. Still a very high price, I'd say, for both. It's going to be hard to talk people into spending $200 on 500 mils of whiskey. But you know, that's not our choice to make. That's yours. You guys get to decide that. Let's just give you our interpretation of the notes.
Let's jump on the nose then,
On
I guess.
the schnoz.
Oh, f***.
Hiccups.
Am
I crazy or am I not getting peat? Are you getting peat?
I was about to say, it's basically the exact same as the classic malt, the cask.
Just work through it, push through the hiccups.
I was about to say, it is basically exactly the same as the classic malt cask strength.
Yeah.
Only with a little...
Like a little touch.
Yeah, that slightest touch of...
Touch! I don't know, maybe it'll show up more on the palate, but as we said with the regular single malt cask strength, kind of caramel, salted raisins, maybe a touch of peat on this one that wasn't there prior, a little bit of maltiness. It's not as sweet as the other ones, I'd say though. The sweetness is toned down. I might just taste it because, you know, we've given enough notes on this.
Yeah, for the price, it's basically, I wouldn't say, it's probably worth an extra $10, but it's basically the classic malt cask strength with a touch of peat. It's not really that much.
Taste it. This is a weird one. I'm not sure about this. Peat, weird. This is the one that I remember saying it tastes like perfume. It tastes almost chemically. The peat doesn't taste like peat. It's again weird. It's got this kind of chemically twinge to the finish. It starts off really sweet, and again, like the other one, salty and raisiny. But then it quickly turns to this strange, chemically burnt rubbery kind of, I don't know.
I feel like I should say it's 59.8%, so it's obviously a cask strength. It's really high in alcohol.
It's hot, yeah. It's not the heat though that's doing this. It's
the
something
peat.
else.
It's weird. It's not.
I think it's the peat.
There's artificial peat. It's not.
Right? It's like they've added liquid smoke. It doesn't taste like I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm sure it's real peat, but it just tastes manufactured. It's a strange one. And at $210 for 500 mils.
The peat just adds heat. There's no actual smoke, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's just like, I mean, how do I say this? It's not the worst whiskey I've ever had, but for $210, it's hot. It's
bitter.
It's odd, yeah.
Yeah, look. I'm a bit stuffed up, so it's making it harder for me to taste things, but I wouldn't say this. I'd say this for the first, 60% of the journey. It's on par with the cask strength single malt, and then the following 40%, it takes a turn, and I'm not sure I like it. It's strange. I'm quite partial to a Balcones Brimstone, which has a lot of burnt rubbery taste. I'm partial to Islay's with a lot of medicinal band-aid notes. He's dying over there. Don't.
It's making me hiccup.
Don't pay attention to him. It's not that. It's different. It's got some sort of strange twist to it. It's a bit chemically.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's kind of a fake peat note. I'm not sure, but this one isn't my deal. This isn't my choice. This wouldn't be my choice. when it comes to, if we're talking just the Bakery Hill distillery, I'd say the cask strength is what I'd go for.
I mean, you can tell from the size. Like, grab either of them. Like, this is the peat, and that's what the cask strength, and that's not even our most drank out of these three.
Yeah.
Like, you can quite clearly tell which we prefer.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know. It's a lot of flavour. I'm not gonna lie and say there's not a lot of flavour. There is a lot of flavour in the peated version, but
maybe that's what's it. Maybe it's too overwhelming for us.
Maybe it's blowing out our palate or something.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Because
maybe
everything burns.
What we should have done, and maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that when we do the showdown with all of the Bakery Hills when we buy enough of them.
Mm-hmm.
We will try them all with water, because maybe this one needs a little bit of water and time to open up.
Mm-hmm.
But as it is, it's a difficult whiskey, I'll put it. I'm not going to say not enjoyable. It is something you need to sit with, which is fine, that's good. And I'm not going to say you won't or will enjoy it. But it is a difficult whiskey. And at $210 for 500 mils, that is a risk, I'd say. I think is the problem. Like, I'm not talking about things being worth it or not worth it in regards to tasting good or bad or whatever. It's more, as the price goes up, you run a bigger risk of wasting money on something you won't like, because you won't know until you spend it. And the same thing happens when you shrink the size of the bottle. So 500 mils, 500 mils to $210. The risk is high that it will be a waste of money for you, not because it will be bad, but just because you might not like it. That's just a risk you take with every single purchase. But, doesn't matter. You do you. Try it, don't try it. It's up to you. We've tried it, and I'm glad we did try it. But it's probably not something I'd say is, on my in my top. I don't know, top anything, to be honest. It's just not our gig, I guess. But anyway, that's been our kind of basic overview of one of the top most popular whiskies from the Bakery Hill distillery. We're going to do more in the future.
Yep.
And then eventually, when we've got enough of them, do a blind tasting showdown to see who wins out of the bottles. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this episode, do give us a like, give us a comment if you've got different opinions on one of these bottles you've already tasted. If you'd like to see more episodes from us, including the showdown, once we've got enough bottles of this, then give us a sub, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.